So I came across a particular skit on social media about this pastor that served God for a while. And at some point, I think he got tired of serving God and he was going to call it quits. He came to the church where he was a minister, he met his fellow pastors, and he told them that he was done, that he's done with this God thing, that he not do again. So they tried persuading him, but his mind was made up, so he left. So shortly after that, they showed in the skit where someone came. Apparently, he had prayed for somebody, and that person came to kind of show appreciation with this huge amount of money. When I heard the amount, I screamed. So that money would have practically changed his life, right? Unfortunately, he lost it. He lost it because he quit at the dying minute. Many times when we cite biblical examples, when we're talking about faith and endurance and patience, it's like, that was then, it's not now. You get? But the same thing still happens over and over again. Imagine that Abraham had given up on the 24th year. Probably he wouldn't have had Isaac. Probably, I don't know, God would have changed, gotten another person or something. But the most painful part would have been that the 24 years he waited on God, trusting God, would have been a waste. The day the Lord was to teach me about this whole patience and endurance, he took me to this place in Ephesians 5 and he said, look at Abraham. Abraham patiently endured. And it's one thing to stand on a queue waiting for your turn and you wait patiently, right? It's another thing to endure. When you endure, it means maybe you're standing under the sun, or probably there were some problems and then you had to endure while patiently waiting. And the Lord said to me, the thing you're trusting me for, how long have you waited for it? And at that point, I knew I had not waited as long as Abraham. I not even waited up to half the time Abraham waited. And at that time, I told myself, Chisom, you have to patiently endure. And there were people that had children during Abraham's time that they would have gotten married and had children immediately, but their names were not recorded in the Bible. But it took 25 years for the son of promise to be birthed. Many times when God delays in answering our prayers, it could be that he's preparing that special package, or he's preparing us to handle it. I remember telling my first daughter the other time, I told her, I'm going to teach you how to drive when you clock 16. And she said, why can't she learn? And I said, as much as I love you, I wouldn't teach her how to drive now because it will be destructive to her and every other person she meets on the road, unfortunately. So in as much as we feel we need something, God is a loving Father. He knows what we need per time, and he knows when best to give it to us. He knows when we are prepared to handle what he's giving to us. So anytime he's keeping us in that waiting room, it's not because he's harsh, it's not because he's wicked, it's because he loves us. And because he loves us, he will not give us something that will hurt us. Anytime you find yourself in that place where you've been enjoying this thing for a while and all of a sudden you feel like you can't take it again because the pressure has become too much, it has become excess, just know that the devil is messing with you, in the sense that he knows that the answer of your prayer is close and is doing everything within his power to make sure he takes you out of the place where the Lord will meet you. It's like the devil puts us under undue pressure. So we feel like, I can't take it again. I can't take it again. This is it. I'm done. I'm tired. So ensure that you don't give in to that pressure. Ensure that you don't respond the way the enemy wants you to respond. Because what he wants us to do at that time is to step away from God, is to give up on God the way the pastor did. So whenever it feels like you've waited for too long, remember, God is preparing your Isaac. He's preparing that special package for you. He's preparing something huge. So just hold on and believe that in due time, he will bring it forth. Remember, he doesn't fail. He has not failed. You can take his word to the bank. If he said the thing, he will do it. My brethren, if God tells you something, he will do it. It might take time, but it will happen. God can be trusted 150%, in short, 1,000,000%, even though there's nothing like that. So remember, regardless of how long you have stayed in the waiting room, God is preparing that special package for you. And at the appointed time, you would receive it and you'll be glad you waited. God bless you.